Welcome back to A Dog's Breakfast, where it's an absolute shit show. And it's going to be extra shit showy this week after a massive weekend.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that big, but we haven't been doing
No,
anything
but it's
for a long
massive
time.
since what our historical weekends have been like over the last couple of months.
Yeah, we actually got out of the house a couple of times.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
And we're keeping the party vibes going again. We're just, keeping the...
Running a little party
shirt, party hat, We're keeping the vibes going. I don't know if it's a party hat, actually, but the party vibes must go on because we had a mate's birthday.
A mate's birthday, who another mate from Western Australia came over for, which was good to see them. And then, we had a Saturday night we went to dinner. Pretty nice restaurant called Some Young Guys in Noosa.
Now, before we kick off explaining about Some Young Guys, we need to talk about it with a nice drink. And we've brought along today a nice little Cool Whip, if you will. So I don't know whether...
So Cool Whip,
it's
an apricot pie imperial pastry sour. It's by Mr. Banks Brewery, which I don't know where they're from.
And it's 2.9 standard drinks.
Yeah. So, imperial pastry sour, conditioned on apricot, cinnamon and vanilla bean. 7.2%. I don't like sours, so... But
even though we had one
we'll see how we go.
step. But it's good to try the different sours because sometimes some are good. We just want to try all the different drinks. What does it smell like? It's a big fucking can. Oh, you can smell a bit of the apricot. What's the review?
Definitely sour. Woo! It's not too bad.
This one tastes better than the last one that we had, don't you think?
The last one had a really, tangy aftertaste, whereas that sort of...
You know how the last one said about the IBU, whatever rating, the rating of sour? This one doesn't have one.
Oh. Yeah, well, we can't tell you the IBU rating after we've figured out what it was. Yeah, it's not too bad. If you like sours, I'd say you'd love that.
I'd say this is probably the better of, the sours that we brought home. I've had a good sour out before, at Taps or whatever.
Taps, maybe, or your mates.
No, I'm into that one. That's probably, I actually really like this one, which is surprising. So,
I know. It's not too bad.
I like it. All right, so that's going to be my drink throughout because, I'm not going to have all of it though because...
You'd be pissed.
Off 2.9, I'd be pissed if I had it all,
quick.
Quick, yeah. I won't... Well, as we've learned over all the episodes, I can't scull a drink to save my life. So we all know I'm not going to be sculling this because I just can't.
You won't be smacking it down in a few minutes anyway.
I just can't scull. What I need to understand is I can drink from a straw really fast, but I can't just...
pour it in.
Pour it in.
But it's sort of the same with the straw.
I don't know, but I can drink real, out of a straw. I don't know. Anyway.
I think you're, worried that when you, take the gulp, it's going to splash and run back out. You need to do it, when you're in the pool or something.
Yeah, to see whether or not...
It goes everywhere.
Yeah, actually.
So you're not going to do that
you're probably right.
When you're, in fully clothed.
Yeah, true.
In a lounge room.
Yeah, me now.
Shit everywhere.
I would just... It'd be like a waterfall. That's what I'd be worried about. It will come back up. So that's probably a good tip. Yeah, so Some Young Guys, we went there on Saturday night.
Yeah. Crazy reviews, and it's like a couple of month wait to get in. So you have to book way ahead.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a massive waiting list to get in there.
Oh, gotcha. So no wonder Leah reached out and made sure we got it in. Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a big waiting list if you want to go. Definitely worth it in our eyes.
Yeah, so I'd heard everyone raving about it, and you hear it all the people on the coast that have been there are like, oh, it's one of the best restaurants. Actually, I have a friend who suggested it was one, and she's a full foodie. This is Lou, a full foodie, and said that it is the best restaurant she'd been to in Australia, and she is a foodie, loves it, has been to a lot of restaurants overseas. Anyway, and I was like, oh, really? Best restaurant in Australia? And she's like, yeah. Went.
Pretty amazing. You walk in.
It's nice.
And it's just everything is perfect.
Oh, just the
setting,
mood, the
atmosphere. It's just unbelievable. They've got a bird cage set up, like a human bird cage, where you can sit and have drinks when you wait for your table to be ready or after.
So we were the first ones to get there, and Trent and they were like, "Well, you're the first ones to be here," which is very unlike us.
Yeah, normally we're late.
We're always.
And it was raining, and we had a pretty slow drive.
Yeah, I don't know, but for whatever reason, we got there like 20 minutes
20
early.
minutes early, easy.
And they were like, "Oh, you can go to the table, or we can sit you over here in the lounge, and you can have some drinks." And obviously, we're going to go to the lounge.
We got the drinks menu, sat down, and then, we didn't even get a drink because everyone rocked up.
But it was still nice to just sit there.
It's a pretty cool spot.
And, yeah, it was vibes. But we got the banquet of food, so I don't know.
I don't know whether that's
I don't think it's everything, but...
But I also don't know if that's accessible to the public.
Accessible?
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 Accessible? Accessible? I don't know.
I don't know, but you're saying if it's not, everyone can have it, yeah.
Because I don't know that I saw it on their menu anyway. But one of our friends knows one of the owners, and I think that might be how that sort of came about.
Oh, gotcha. I just thought it was for everyone. But anyway, it was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
All the food that we had, because Trent and I said even before I knew we were going to get the selection, we were like, we are going to eat all the food.
Yeah, and we wanted to try shit that we don't
usually
wouldn't normally order, because we're like, it's a very nice restaurant, so you gotta taste the delicacies.
Yeah, because even my boss said, make sure if you go there step out. Yeah, just get something you wouldn't usually like.
Yeah, so we even had I think it was kingfish, raw kingfish.
Or sword.
No,
kingfish, whatever it is. Kingfish ceviche.
Yep. And then we had beef tartare. Yep.
Tartare. As you can tell, we are so classy and know all the things.
How to pronounce.
I'm that bitch that goes to a restaurant and I read it out and then I start Googling what the word means on the because I don't know.
That?
I don't know what it is, or I'm too scared to say it, and so I'll be like, how to pronounce this word because I don't know what it means. Utata, itata. Because I'm like, I don't want to make a fool of myself. I don't belong here. So it was probably good that we got a banquet. So I didn't have to order. I didn't have to think about what we were ordering.
But then they also did like these little beef cubes. They were amazing. Even their salads.
They were my favourite.
They did like a sweet potato salad.
And their greens.
Yeah.
And they had edamame in their greens. Stop it.
And then they had these prawns that were just in a coating.
Oh, they were whole fried.
And it was fried with this coating on them. They were amazing. Duck curry. Oh, so much food.
Oh, the food.
The food is fucking insane.
Sponsor us.
It was
because I love your food.
It's the type of restaurant that I want to visit again.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, and their drinks.
Yes. Very nice drinks.
Purple drank
was one of them.
It was so good.
That was sick.
I got this one that was like a mango salted coconut.
Salted.
It was mango salted coconut kind of drink, and it had a white meringue on the top. It with salted caramel, salted coconut or caramelized, whatever it was, toasted coconut on top. So good. What was it called?
I'm better than you, or
you're better than me. I'm better than yours. Better than yours.
Better than yours.
Better than yours. Like if anyone goes there, I'd recommend that cocktail because that was so good.
And the purple drank.
Was pretty good.
Yeah.
And also, who doesn't want to order the purple drank? Honestly,
that's pretty much the only reason everyone got it.
You want to go to the bar and you want to go,
purple drink.
Can I please have 4 purple drinks, please? Yes, I will. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a pretty good night actually. Had a lot of fun catching up with everyone. I haven't been doing much lately.
Yeah.
Good to see people.
Absolutely.
Especially from interstate travel. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. Oh, but just the food, honestly. I just wish that I could have, because I was deso that night, so I could only have 2 drinks.
I treated myself.
And Trent really treated himself. And then we were like, I wish though I could have drank more because I would have wanted to try all their cocktails because their cocktails were honestly so beautiful.
So many.
So
And it's
good. And
the little things, the purple drink comes with a ice cube, but the ice cube is You know, those massive, like
square.
fucking squares from Antarctica. Like, they just chiseled
Just
it off
beautiful.
the ice shelf there and just dropped it in. And it's
How
like
do
that
they-
for the whole thing.
How do they get them so clear? It must be like you put
think it's-
filtered water.
Yeah, I think it's boiling water.
Can we try that? Because I would really like to understand how
I'm pretty
they
sure
get
it's
it
boiling water
so
into a
clear.
tray.
Because our ice cubes come out and they're clear, but they're not. You can't see through it.
So you know we have round sphere ones, and I've put boiling water in those ones before.
Did they come out?
They came out a lot clearer.
Oh, they did.
I wouldn't
Actually,
say,
I do
I wouldn't say
remember.
as clear. These ones
That
are
was
like
the first time you
glass.
made it, didn't you?
Yeah. But then it's just the stuff around. You can't be bothered.
And we used to have them with like our gin and tonic, like all our different gins, and
Put the little round spheres in there. But these ones were like massive. They were like huge pieces of ice. So sick. Little things like that in those restaurants, I reckon, really set them apart from
100%.
your standard old bag of ice.
100%. Shake them up, pour it
It's just a
in,
little
dump
bit
it in.
different.
It is. And then we decided after the restaurant, we thought, you know what? We're not ready to go home yet.
So we went to the pub on the way
I was
home.
like to Trent, I'm not ready to go home. I know I'm deso, but I'm
Yeah.
not ready.
So we went to the pub on the way home, had a few more beers there with a couple other people we know,
Yeah.
caught up with them, and then, come home at the end. Don't really remember the drive home.
I do, because I was deso, but Trent definitely, you just treat yourself. But that's okay, because guess what? The night after that, I treated myself. Real big. Lots of treats. So,
Yeah, so that was Saturday night, and then Sunday we didn't do much.
Sunday day, we just chilled.
We didn't do anything.
Went to the house and stuff like that.
Um,
But it was the big game on Sunday, so
Yeah,
the
State
game,
of Origin.
State of Origin, and Trent was like, "We've got Monday off work. Let's go to watch the game."
So I rang your mate's brewery during the week and booked a table there.
Mm.
But so before that we went across the road with some friends to Malt Tap House.
Yeah,
Malt and Shovel
yeah,
Tap House across the road,
yeah.
and had a few beers there. Then we left there and went to your mate's,
Mm.
and just kicked on there. Had a bit of food, and then
So jealous of the people who were So
Yeah.
where it was set up, there was like the TV, like to watch the game, the big
like a flat,
big screen,
3-meter flat screen.
and there was just like a couches set up right in front of the
That
screen.
was a prize that you could win during the week by
good.
tagging your mates in it on Instagram, and 3 people, you and 3 mates could win this prize, and I went in it, but I didn't win it.
I know, but how sick would
And
it have
there's like
been?
4 dudes just sitting on these couches, just drinking
Getting
beers,
pizza,
pizzas
VIP.
delivered.
Oh.
It was freaking awesome.
When we first rocked up, I was like to Trent, I was like, how sick those guys got so lucky they randomly have a couch. And Trent's like,
no, it was a couple.
nah, that was like a competition. I'm like, well, those dudes are living large.
Yeah, they loved it, and that was sick. Queensland got fucking thrashed again, so that's it for the series. They're done. They lost.
So what, do they just play now a third game for funsies?
Yeah, just for a bit of pride, hopefully.
They better
Hopefully
win.
they win that.
But didn't you say they got... Because what happened is I went and then me and a girlfriend, we left after and went out to Ocean Street. We went before the game had finished, so I met Trent out
Yeah.
after, but...
It was like 26-0, I think, at the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Spewing.
it's pretty shit. So then,
that's...
so the girls left. They went to Peak Bar in Ocean Street.
Yeah, and I wanted to go there because... Okay, so
Set the
they
scene.
do every Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, sorry, they do a drag queen night. Now, I don't know about you, I love RuPaul's Drag Race. So for those that don't know, this is a show that's basically just about drag queens. It started in America. They've had spin-off series in like Down Under, like different countries. But honestly, it is... I watch it so much, to the point where like I bring some of their language into like my day-to-day activities, where I'm like, party, I'm a Libra, like just very, even though I'm not a Libra, but like very like Adore Delano. For those that don't know,
People
it's just
that know.
it's just drag queens. Like, I love it. Anyway, and I'd never been to a drag queen night, and I'd always wanted to. And
It's hell random too, because last time our friends were from Western Australia, the girls wanted to go, and something happened and you just didn't end up going.
I know. And then this time we got to go, and when she came over, we're like, we are going to go.
And it just happened, it was on.
It was on. So we went, and it was sick. And I was a bit worried because for those that know, like on the sunny coast, Peak Bar on Ocean Street is like a tiny ass place. And I was like, how are they going to perform? Like, where's the stage, what it is? Anyway, they had like this box kind of stage there. And the girls just got up and they just performed. And damn, did they perform. And I was so into it. Like, I now just want to have every Monday off to go.
Just to go there.
Just to go there. Or I'll just go there and like leave at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
So it started at 8, so.
Yeah, I don't think the first performance though starts at 8. But they did like fun games, all this stuff. But I was just more there to like look at the girls and their makeup and their hair. Like that one drag queen that I was talking to with that cute sparkly dress. I died. Honestly. Like,
Brooke loves that shit.
Her dress was amazing. Her makeup, her weave was like on another level. Her hairline was perfect the way she had it all done. It was insane. And I was like, I just wanted to stare at her like the whole time. Like, he'd done his makeup like perfect. So good. And then the boys came after and they were just more like sitting there, and whereas like me and my friend were like,
yeah, we were just chilling.
We'll make it. We were dancing. We were living our life. And I can't really dance too. Like, I love that that's my dance. Like,
you
I'm
just
just
stand
like,
on the chair,
I just stand and I'm just like, yes.
Then it's curious about get down.
We were twerking a bit. We had some twerking times. We just had some fun. It was so good.
Yeah, a bit of wholesome fun on the weekend, really.
100%. Just,
yeah, it was good.
Just some good times. But yeah, those girls, they slayed that floor. They really did. Yeah.
It's all a bit above my head. Gets a bit crazy.
Does it?
A bit much for me.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, it's like you with your football. Like, yeah. I appreciate the football. Like, you appreciate what I get into, but you're not like...
Yeah, I'm not like, can we go?
Yeah. No. You were like...
Yeah, like, alright, let's go.
Like, with me, with the football, like, I kind of was getting into the football, though.
Yeah, you do once you're in an atmosphere.
I tell you what, I get into it if there's a bit of an atmosphere. Like, even if we watch the game here and, like, we have, like, some music on in the background, watching the football, have some food, and it's a good game, I'll get into it. But if it's, like, just a standard game, not too much...
on the couch watching it.
Not too much on the line, I'm like, oh... But State of Origin's sick because you do have a bit of on the line. It's your state, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And remember when we went for a drive, people had like the massive New South Wales, like the night after, massive New South Wales flags out the front of their house, and we're just like...
Yeah.
And then it reminded me of what you said the other week on the other podcast when you like New South Wales supporters.
Oh yeah, and I don't like them.
Because they
get so cocky.
They just get into it.
Get over it, mate. You're living in Queensland. Beat it. Head back there.
Just stop it. Like, we get it. You won. So is that it now? Do they get their trophy now, or do they get it on the third game?
I don't know if they got the shield or whether they get it. Yeah, it's probably not till the
is it a shield, is it? I thought it was like a big trophy.
I think it's a shield. It's a trophy. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. But it's something, right? They get something. Can I ask, do they look after that trophy or thing the whole time for a year until next time?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Do they win any money or...
I know, no.
Is that it?
Yeah, just the pride.
Just the, like, sick, we got this timber shield where we've got our gold plaque that says we won it in the year.
It might be a big cup, or it might be both.
Either way, if it's just a shield and just a cup, whether it's both, neither or one.
There's no, like, $1 million prize money or anything. It's not America.
You'd think it would be... Yeah. Yeah.
America's like, here's $2 million.
America... No, they're like $2 million is what we pay our players.
Each
yeah, they're
each
like...
player.
They're like, actually... Like, what is the... Oh, what is the... Is it the Super...
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl?
NFL?
What do they win?
I don't know. Probably just a shield? Nah.
No, they'd have to win...
Cash incentives for the players, surely.
So in 2021, the winners' share up to Super Bowl 55 is $130,000. So is that $130,000 per player? When adding up the winners' shares from the prior postseason rounds, the Super Bowl winning players will take home around $250,000 from the league for winning their. So that's $250,000 each.
Each, yeah. That's a shitload of money. You add that up over however many players there is. There's so many players in that.
Well, what's his name? Tom Brady. He's
Yeah.
like, that kid makes so much money. Well, he's not a kid. He's in his 40s, but he is killing it. He's the longest serving
Yeah, I think he's like the highest
NFL.
Bloody, what's it called?
NFL, isn't it?
What's
What?
the fucking game that we're just talking about?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
He's
got
the
most
person that's
Super Bowls. I
Super
think.
Bowl wins. And don't they get a ring?
Yeah. So you
Do
get
our people get rings?
they get a ring in a premiership. So if they win the premiership, which is like the Super Bowl,
Then they get a
then
ring.
they get a ring.
If you like, then you should put a ring on it.
Yeah.
So they get a ring,
Yeah.
but our State of
State
Origin
of Origin,
people
no,
don't.
no.
They should get a ring though.
They play hard in that 3 games.
Yeah, I think that they should get a ring. Like, because that's sick. Oh, so Tom Brady, he all his fingers have just the ring.
How many has he got? 10?
I don't
I
know.
think he's got 8.
Oh, really?
I think. I don't follow it at all, but I'm pretty sure it's like 8. Didn't he swap teams as well?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Tom Brady has won 7.
7.
Far out. But they say Tom Brady is like, because I love like watching interviews with like the top people in their field, and they say that Tom Brady's very about that team culture, to the point when he switched teams, again, this is just what I saw on interviews, that and just people like talking about him, that he's got a team chat with all the 50 players or whatever it is that they have on the team. He messages them every morning, be like, we're going to win, winners, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
like
right.
every morning
Like,
he's like
positive affirmation, like
every single morning. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. And he's getting the players to think like that they're winners. Like,
Getting everyone on
he's
the same
in that
page
team
before they get there.
environment 100%. Like, that's a winner's mindset right there.
And it works.
Fuck yeah! Like,
definitely
he's smashed it. Anyway,
Yeah.
so anyway, that was a bit. We got a bit sidetracked, but of course we're always going to. But yeah, that was our weekend update. But now I'm glad we've had a good weekend.
Yeah. Tell them.
We're going into a 3-day lockdown in Queensland, or parts of Queensland, and we're on the southeast.
Yeah, southeast corner of Queensland, lockdown.
On the sunny coast,
So
we're
that's
going
us
in.
again. Fucking mask on again. Went to the shop this morning. Couldn't find my mask. Thought it was in the car. Wasn't in the car. Went to the shop. Couldn't get a mask. I had to leave the shop and go to a chemist and buy a fucking mask and go back to the shops.
What I'm confused about
Mm.
is how many cases made it be that we needed to go into a
I think there's
lockdown.
3.
3 days. So they say 3 cases, 3 days.
Oh.
That's your punishment.
No, I haven't watched any of it. It's just all
Well, I didn't
shit
know.
I've
I got a
been
message.
Told, yeah.
I got a message saying, "Have you seen the news?" And I'm like,
Lockdown
"What
till
news?"
Friday.
Mm.
So that'll be interesting.
So work from home for me for the rest of the week, and then.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? You just go to work like normal. You just have to go.
I'm
What's the lockdown?
essential.
Because you are essential. I'm an essential. Wait,
I'm more essential.
you are the most essential. MVP over here. Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks for your service, kind sir. Thank you.
MEP, most essential person.
MEP. We've got a MEP over here, the most essential person,
Yep.
and that's really important. I'm really glad you came. Thanks for being
I'll,
here.
I'll keep Australia going. Don't worry about it.
You know what? And you are just so here for the people,
Yep.
here for the
And
here
then
for the community.
I heard today, actually, that they're going to... So people that don't meet the criteria for the jab can now... Well, they're going to lower the age of it or make it so everyone can go. But it's only for the one that's been giving people the risk of stroke and blood clots and...
Oh, they're going to give that to young people.
Yeah,
They're
but
like,
you have
you know
to-
what?
you
Let's
have to
give them to the
sign-
young ones.
You have to sign a declaration saying you
sweet.
understand all the risks, and the doctor has like indemnification.
Oh,
Is that the word? Indemnity.
Is it indemnity?
Yeah, so they can't. You can't go and sue them if you have a blood clot.
Okay, that's really comforting.
Pretty wild.
It's real comforting
Pretty
to know
wild.
They're like, you know what? This one over here, it's not working well on the ones that we've tried it with. We're just going to broaden it up and we'll just slot it in.
Just see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, good for those that want the it right. It opens it up for those that
people that want to do it.
That want to get it. But for those going into the 3-day lockdown, I don't really know much about it, but we're here for you. We feel for you because we know it's not fun.
And I know it only sounds bugger all 3 days, but that can throw a fair few plans in the works. Like, it throws them around because we had friends coming up interstate. They've cancelled that. We've got friends here from interstate already. Yeah. And they are currently in lockdown now in Queensland because they couldn't get back to WA. Oh. So then they stayed here, but now they got a 3-day lockdown while they're here as well. Pretty. Yeah, it's just fucks a lot of stuff up.
But what's the 3 days like? What? Because like I don't understand like what. What's
the 3 days? The idea of the 3 days.
Oh, is to limit the spread.
Yeah, is to like sort of put everyone in their house for the 3 days that they can, and then check each day to see whether it's spread and how far it's spread.
I was saying to Trent though, like before this lockdown stuff, I was saying that it's crazy to think now, like it's interesting to go how easy things spread even before all this occurred, right? And you're like, how did I get chicken pox? Like, oh, well, I'll tell you how you got chicken pox because shit just spreads. And it's like
it was leaning against the wall and you started leaning on the wall and
they just spread so easy, like the common cold. Like now you get it, right? One person is.
But then now I feel like everyone has to know how they got it. Like you can't just get it. It's like, where have you been? Who have you been talking to? What have you touched?
Yeah.
Whereas like. Yeah. Other sicknesses, I was like, oh, you got a virus.
But it's because they don't understand it enough.
Yeah, I guess.
It's new.
It's new. So the other bad thing...
It's been here for 18 months.
I woke up this morning, realised that we needed toilet paper. So we buy toilet paper like once every 2 months in like a big one. We don't fuck around getting like the small like 4 or 5 rolls. No. I just get like whatever the big pack is, 40 rolls, whatever it is. Grab that.
Yeah.
Woke up this morning, fuck, we need toilet paper. And then I'm like, fuck, we're going into lockdown. So there's going to be none on the shelves. So I went to the supermarket and I was actually at the butcher first and I said to him, I'm like, oh man, I got to go get toilet paper. I'm going to look like a psycho. And he started laughing. Anyway, he goes, there probably won't be any in there. So I went in there. There was actually, surprisingly. And I came out.
Was there a lot in there?
Not a lot. There was definitely a few holes.
And you get embarrassed, don't you? Like,
so embarrassed.
You're like, please don't think I'm the crazy person. We actually need a toilet paper.
Like, ran out of toilet paper. So I was like, righto. Put it in the trolley and I was wheeling it past the butcher and he was just into me.
Oh, you got your toilet paper in time for lockdown? It to
me and he's like, don't worry. He's like, I bought 2 big ones last week. And it was like, perfect timing.
But it's like, it makes people who do bulk buy items feel bad.
Who buys the small packet of toilet paper?
Well, like pensioners and stuff like that do. And that's what was sad, right? Is that for them, it was their weekly task.
Or whatever it is,
it probably was their weekly task where... Because that's why I used to think, who buys 2 rolls?
You can buy the single rolls. I had single rolls there.
But who buys a single roll?
I don't know. Why?
One. Just one.
You're going to use it.
Because even if you live by yourself... like
what, are you just going to stop... You're going to stop shitting so you're not going to need it?
But even when...
like, how are you going to run... like...
You're not running out, mate. But even when, like, because it's just us two, we still buy it. And why are people...
Why not? Unless you got nowhere to store it. We don't really have anywhere to store it.
So for those people, can you just buy it in bulk? Just buy it in bulk.
Write in. Leave a comment.
Yeah, do you buy it in bulk?
Do you buy it? Or do you just... I don't get it. And if you don't, why? Yeah, why don't you?
Why don't you bulk buy your TP? Please explain.
Hit us up with that.
Because...
And I'm talking like one big one, not like I don't go in and get fucking 10 big...
No, but I bet you if we had room, maybe we would.
Oh, I would now.
Going into lockdown. Yeah.
That's so
you gotta... Yeah, alright.
No, I don't know, it's just, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand it.
Each their own. I think the little pensioners and stuff like that, they're going to go in and just get their 2 because they're on their weekly. They can't...
Yeah.
You know, those that can't afford to get the full. But anyway. All right, so that's a bit of an update on what's happened this week for us. And now we're jumping into the weekly Would You Rathers.
Ooh.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
A couple of crackers I heard this week.
No. That'll be next week.
Oh, okay.
This week. Oh, there's still some funny ones, but okay. Would you rather be stuck in a phone box with 10 snakes or 10 tarantulas?
Oh. Well, I'm petrified of snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not that fond of spiders, but I could touch a spider before a snake.
Really?
Yeah, I'd touch a spider
But they're
over a
fucking
snake.
massive.
Yeah, but snakes are fucked.
Like, imagine that, and it's just like
Where's a snake? Just...
slippery snake. But it wouldn't be like that. I think
Why?
because it's just on the ground, and I'm going to be up on the. You know how in a phone booth, how there's like a
On that shelf.
There's that shelf. I'm on that shelf, and the snake is down there. And when it pops its head up, I'm going to get the phone book and.
Oh, you're going to kill the snake?
No, I'm just going to pop its head away. But a tarantula, they are fast. They climb everywhere. A snake can't. The snake can go up the wall, but it can't go on the roof upside down, can it? Doesn't have that.
Yeah. Oh, if there's something for it to hook on.
Anyway, it's not coming up there, so I'm going 10 snakes. What are you going?
So how many tarantulas?
10.
Yeah, I'm going 10 tarantulas.
So they're going to be
big.
climbing
I could just
up.
flick them all onto the floor and then I'm standing there.
Oh, you do the phone book trick as well.
Yeah. Or they'll pick the handle up and flick them off with the...
I'm probably going snakes still. I feel like I'd be fine with snakes. I'd much prefer a snake than a
Fucking
tarantula.
handle them spiders, no worries.
I suppose you always wear shoes and stuff. You'd just stomp on it.
I'm just standing there.
I reckon.
How long was it for?
It doesn't have a time. Shall we put a time on it? It doesn't have a
Half
time.
an hour.
30 minutes. Oh yeah, I'll go snakes any day.
Yeah, I'm going spiders.
Okay. Well, wow, this is where we differ a bit, that one. All right.
Yep.
Next one. Would you rather empty a swimming pool using just a fork or get in a swimming pool for half an hour with a jellyfish?
Or single jellyfish?
A jellyfish.
Oh, I'm getting in.
Same.
The fork, that's ridiculous.
So, emptying a swimming pool with a fork, you're going to be there for days.
And then what do you do when it gets down like that deep and you can't like flick it out anymore? So like it's alright when it's like that far down, you can sort of
You just
splash
want
it.
its sun to do its work. You just be like, sun,
Yeah,
please
pretty much just
evaporate
working on
this
evaporation by that point. That's stupid.
with a fork. If it was a spoon, would you have a different idea?
No?
If it was a shovel, would you have a different? How big does it have to be for you to go switch gears and want to empty the swimming pool instead of jumping in with the jellyfish?
If I had a pump,
You want to pump.
well, I just have to put fuel on it.
Okay. Because I'm like, I needed to know what jellyfish it was, because if it's a box jellyfish, I'm probably going to go the fork,
Well, I'm not really worried either way.
because you'll just swim away from where it is.
It'll die going in a pool.
No, picture it's a salt water and it loves being in there.
No. Even
I'm
the salt
changing the
water has
terms.
chlorine, so it'll die.
Yeah, but not as much. But it will be alive while it's in there for half an hour. Wouldn't die. It's not like as soon as it goes in the water, it dies.
Maybe. They're pretty sensitive, I think.
I'm a marine biologist now. Just for today, just for this
Yeah,
question.
so I'm swimming with the jellyfish. I don't care.
Yeah, so am I. It would take a lot for me to change. I'd have to be using a much more of an apparatus than a fork.
But then like the bigger apparatus, it's still going to take ages. Like even with the bucket.
Oh,
You'll
it would be so
tired.
long.
And like, you know how heavy the bucket is when you
That's
fill
a
it?
stupid question.
Yeah. No. Get me a
Who the fuck...
Get me a motorised
Go
pump
ahead.
that I just have to tip fuel in and I can go inside and drink beers and come back
Just
out
chill.
and fuel it up. That's the only way I'm not getting in with the
Okay.
jellyfish.
Alright, good to know.
You like it?
I actually do. That's actually good. And it doesn't taste strong either, even though it is. Even though it's like 8%.
So it's from Victoria.
Oh, Victoria.
Seafood.
I like their labelling, how they've got little apricots and pies and stuff over it. That's pretty cute. And they've got the same thing like last week where it said
Yeah,
independent.
So it's like an independent brewer thing.
Cute.
So far, independent. And
They look like peaches, but they're apricots.
pregnant people, no drink.
God. The fact that they have to put that on there, honestly. Alright, so we're both saying we're going to be in the pool with the jellyfish. Good to know.
Yep.
Lucky last for this week. Would you rather live in a world where you dance instead of walk or sing instead of talk?
Dance instead of walk or sing instead of talk. I don't really know.
I know mine, but
So I don't like dancing.
this is the easiest for me. Because do you know what I hate? You know what I hate. What do I hate?
Walking.
I hate musicals. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that much. A musical comes on and I'm like, oh, musical, like, movies. And
So-
I'd be living in a musical
so what-
if everyone, instead of talking, would be singing. They'd be like,
Yeah,
hello!
but so you would be as well if they're fucking dancing instead of walking.
But I'd rather dance instead. So it's the
Still like a
option.
musical.
It's saying, would you rather live in a world where you
Yeah, I know what
dance
it's
instead?
saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, so what you wanna live in a world where on the radio at work, you're going instead of the hey mate, can you get out of the way? I'm just I'm driving through to be like, hey mate, get out of my way. Just it'd be like you'd be singing.
That'd be funny.
I would no. See, like I love music. I love all that stuff, but musicals, you'd be living in a musical. My day-to-day life,
Fucking eardrums out with a biro.
my day-to-day life would be a musical, and I just wouldn't be able to. Like, people say watch the what is it? The sound music is sound. Sound of music, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The Sound of Music.
People are going to crucify us, because we are not movie people at all.
Oh, I know, and I couldn't even remember. That's probably like the most renowned. Like,
Mary Poppins.
I just can't. Like, I can't. I have watched when I was younger High School Musical, and I could kind of watch that, but even then I was like, no, stop singing. Just tell her what you feel.
Like a bit of an older generation musicals.
Oh, they're
they?
so bad.
I
The only
I've
musicals.
seen like any new ones coming out, are there?
The only musicals that I do. No, I don't think so.
Or is like that kids movie Frozen and shit? Is that like would you
They
class
sing in that?
That's a musical, isn't it?
I would consider that. If you're singing to say your thoughts, to tell a friend on the show, that's a musical. The only thing that I probably draw my line is like, because I do love drag queens, but that's not a musical. They're not like, it's very different. Like when they're putting shows and stuff like that, they're putting songs into it. I feel like although that's kind of what a musical is,
Yeah,
but it's very different to me. Musicals, maybe it's old school musicals. I can't do it. So for me, I'd love for everyone to be dancing everywhere instead of walking. Yeah, I'd probably go
dancing.
Yeah?
Now you've put it like that.
Imagine living in a world where, or you're doing like a really, like a business presentation and you have to sing it.
Yeah, no. But then you're also going to be dancing.
No, it's one or the other.
Yeah, but when you get up there, like when you go to get up to talk, you'll be dancing.
That's okay.
Hey, how are yous?
That's okay. Because I'd just be like what kind of dance? Like maybe I just want to do like the old like...
Head spin break dancing.
Maybe I just go like this to walk up. Maybe that's my dance. Or this. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, maybe.
It doesn't have to be full on. Or maybe I'm breakdancing. Oh, I would get dance lessons.
Well, I think you'd automatically become good because you're doing it so often.
True.
So practice.
That is correct.
So you'd be a good dancer.
I would be.
Put that on the bloody recommendation list.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I just couldn't live in a world where everybody was just singing. It would... I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. It's like in Greece when they just randomly start singing and I'm like...
Why?
What?
Why are we doing this? Just talk.
Just talk to the person about how you feel. Like, they don't understand the context of like beauty school dropout.
Yeah, no.
Nah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's how awkward life would be.
Yeah, but dancing would be pretty fucked as well.
Yeah, but we put definitions on what is dancing. Like, some people just dance like this. And maybe that's their dance. So when they're just like walking
just doing
everywhere.
the robot everywhere.
Yeah, like... Okay, I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
This is enough for the week.
Yeah.
Let's close out on that, shall we?
Yeah,
Me being awkward as fuck.
Like, subscribe. Hit us with your feedback. We want to know, do you buy your toilet paper in
Just tell
bulk?
us. Is it bulk or are you buying one?
Or have you got a bidet?
Ah, true. And maybe that's why they buy one.
Imagine if you had a bidet, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Have you ever used one?
But how do they work? haven't used
I know
one.
how they work. The little thing comes out of the toilet bowl and sprays your butt.
How does it clean it sufficiently?
I think it's pretty pressurised. I've never used one. I've seen it. Always wanted to, but never tried it.
And it would be... Is it like warm water?
Mm.
Oh, wow. Luxury.
Yeah.
But is it warm? Because in the toilet it's not warm.
I think it's warm. I think it heats it.
Ah, that's what the bidet does.
I think that's, that part of the kit. You can buy kits. We might get one.
And is it pressured, do you think? It'd have to be quite pressured.
Yeah.
Like
I think
very...
if you pressed it, it would like...
Really...
Shoot out. Like,
it'd have some
force.
force.
Over it, yeah.
Ah. Wonder how much the kits are.
I don't know.
Should we have a look? Let's have a look. We'll get back to you all and we'll work out like...
How much a kit is.
What is the kit? What's a bidet kit? Anyway.
Alright guys. See you next week.
Bye.